Hello everyone, I'm Ankit and you're watching StudyIQ IAS English. Have you realized one thing lately? That northern part of our country, it witnesses more air pollution as compared to south and western part of our country. No, I'm not trying to be regionalist here. I'm actually speaking on facts. So what is the reason why is northern part of our country so polluted and why isn't south so polluted that we are going to discuss in our today's video. Now, the notes that I will be using in our today's session, in case if you want to download them, you can go to a particular Telegram channel called as ATS Live. And while you're at it downloading the notes, please do not forget to hit the subscribe button as well. Okay, so let us start by trying to understand the fact based on which I'm trying to claim that northern part of our country is most polluted. Now, there is a Delhi-based climate research organization called as Climate Trends. It has come out with a report known as Air Quality Assessment of Major Indian Cities. And they've done this study for the past 10 years from 2015 to 2025. And in this study, they've organizingly examined the climatic and pollution levels of 11 major Indian cities, which are across the country, not just in north, but also in west, south, and east. Right? And based on this study, this organization has claimed that no major urban area in India or no major urban city in India recorded an acceptable level of air quality. And no surprises, which is the most polluted city? It is our capital, that is New Delhi. But what is more surprising that this report has actually held that northern part of our country, it witnesses more severe and persistent level of pollution, and on the other hand the southern and western cities in India, they relatively saw better air quality levels. So what is the reason behind it? Right, there are multiple reasons: human factors, geographical factors, meteorological factors. We are going to understand all of them in our today's video. Okay, first, let us try to understand why is North Indian cities so polluted. And the first factor that comes to my mind is the human factor, right? Human factor is based on the fact that you already know northern part of our country has higher population density as compared to southern part of the country. And this is due to existence of perennial Himalayan rivers that flows through Indo-Gangetic plains in India. Now, the consequence of high population density is that the social and economic structure of northern India is modeled to dedicate and to cater to this high population density. So naturally, economic activities like agriculture happens there. Stubble burning, which is a direct consequences of agricultural practices in North India, happens. Similarly, economic activities like construction, road construction, existence of brick kilns, it adds to the pollution. Similarly, if the high population density is there, high industrial activity is going on, you need to provide thermal power, right? So power from thermal power, again, it creates pollution. Also, there are instances of biomass use which is higher in northern part of the country. So the consequence of all of this is that the baseline pollution levels which are generated in the northern part of the country because of all these economic activities, it is relatively higher as compared to southern India, which witnesses all these activities but on a relatively lower scale, right? So this is the first human factor. Now let us talk about a geographical factor. You need to understand that the northern part of the country, particularly the Indo-Gangetic plain, it is locked. It is locked by existence of Himalayas in the north. So what happens when Himalayas are there on the north? Whatever pollution has been created by economic and social activities in the Indo-Gangetic plains, it is unable to get dispersed because of existence of this northern barrier. And this is the first geographical reason that leads to accumulation of pollution in the northern part of the country. Right, now you must be thinking, if economic and social activities goes on throughout the year, why is pollution levels higher in the winter times? Very nice question. I have also a reason for that, and this reason is called as meteorological factors. Now you need to understand pollution levels or pollution or emission of pollution also happens during the summer and monsoon months. But what happens during the summer and monsoon months? That the wind speeds are high or there is a rainfall activity. So what happens due to higher wind speed and rainfall? That the existing pollution either settles down due to rainfall activities or the pollution gets dispersed away from the winds that happens during the summer and monsoon season. But this isn't the case during winter levels. In winter levels, we see see the winters in India, particularly in northern part of the country, is very dry. So what happens that there is no clearing mechanism unlike the summer and monsoon months. So the pollution level, it spikes during the winter season. And this is not the case with southern part of the country, because in northern part of the country during winter months, the air becomes heavier, which traps the pollution. On the other hand, the air which flows throughout the southern and western part of the country throughout the year due to northwestern monsoon as well as southwestern monsoon, right? Sorry, northeastern and southwestern monsoon. So this is the reason why pollution levels are higher due to meteorological factors in the northern part of the country, especially during winter months. Now let us talk about why isn't pollution levels getting dispersed during winter months. There are two reasons behind it: vertical dispersion and horizontal dispersion, rather lack of it during the winter months. First, let us understand a geographical condition called as temperature inversion. What happens during a temperature inversion? Normally, there doesn't exist a temperature inversion, because normally warm air, when it rises, it mixes with the cold air from above and it leads to vertical dispersion. This is a normal condition. But during winter conditions, we witness there is a geographical phenomena called as temperature inversion. So this is the normal condition, and during the winter months, when we see temperature inversion, what happens that the cool air which rises from the ground level, it gets trapped by presence of a warmer, lighter air on above. And this prevents vertical dispersion of pollution, which isn't the case during normal months. So this is what is temperature inversion, how it prevents vertical dispersion of pollution. Now let us talk about the lack of horizontal dispersion. I told you during the winter months, the wind speed, especially in northern India, is very low. So first of all, this prevents temperature or this prevents pollution dispersion horizontally. Adding to it is the dense urban structure that is present in northern India. I told you northern India has higher population levels, higher population density. So because of that, the urban structures in northern India are much more dense as compared to southern part of our country. And this reduces the wind flow as compared to southern states, which has more open and wider cities. So this is another factor, existence of low wind speed, which prevents the horizontal dispersion of the air, right? Now, what you need to understand, coastal areas are somewhat different as compared to the northern areas. In coastal areas, what we see that the surrounding sea, it leads to winter breezes, it leads to frequent air breezes, and this puts the pollution away from the dense urban areas which are located in the coastal part of the country. And that is why you'll realize that because of Songus sea beach, existence of higher humidity, cities like Chennai, cities like Vishakhapatnam, cities like Mumbai, they have a natural ventilation system, and this natural ventilation system dilutes pollutants faster, right? So this is the sum of human factors, geographical factors, and meteorological factors that leads to higher pollution levels in the northern part of the country, and it leads to frequent dispersion of pollution in the southern and western part of the country, leading to lower pollution levels there. Understood? Now, before solving a PYQ that has appeared exactly in the UPSC exam, we need to understand there's an important discussion. Now, what I just talked about directly relates to how geography affects the environment. This is a correlation between two different subjects. To understand how other important subjects like polity, like economy, like history works, you need to take admission in a resolution plus batches. What are the advantages of it? First of all, different subject matter experts cover their respective classes. They give you notes. So your note taking is already taken care of. In order to help you solve your doubts, you already are provided with one-to-one mentorship. Additionally, you get access to prelims and mains test series. So you practice your learning much before you directly give the exam. Similarly, you're also offered interview guidance program when you clear your mains examination. All of this are exclusive part of our resolution plus batches. The other name is foundation batches, right? Now, before taking the admission, if you keep one thing in mind, if you use the code ATS live, you'll get maximum discounts, and please hurry up because the sale is ending 2 days from now, that is 7th of December. Sorry, tomorrow, that is 7th of December. So please take admissions as soon as possible and get the best rate possible after applying the code ATS live. One more important thing, these batches are available for students who are looking to give exams in 2027, and a separate batch is also available for students who are looking to give exams in 2028, right? So that is why please don't procrastinate, hurry up. Now, this is the question that appeared in 2016 exam. In the cities of our country, which of the following atmospheric gases are normally considered in calculating the value of air quality index? This is a straight away question. You shouldn't have difficulties in giving the right answer. Please tell me the right answer in the comment section. And if you want to find out, you can go to this Telegram channel, or you can contact me directly using this Telegram channel, the link of which is provided in this QR code as well. The channel's name is ATS Live. Please remember that. So this is all from my side. Please have a very good night and a very pleasant weekend. We'll meet each other again on Monday, same time, same place. And do not forget to subscribe to the channel also. So please take a very good care. Have a great night.